Hello, everyone, and a happy new year to everyone, and a late Merry Christmas from us at the Thrillos Global Olympiacos Australia and Gate 7 Melbourne family. I'm Liam, joined for you for the first episode in 2026 alongside Mr. Zagudas. How are you, Georgie?
Good. How are you guys? Happy New Year to everyone. Merry Christmas as well. It's a big year ahead for everyone. So I hope everyone has had a very nice break, and we're back into it. We're back into a new year of Olympiacada. We'll be discussing with Liam and stuff, all the transfers and everything, and especially now we'll have a little segment of the Australian League as well. As you may know, on the bottom left. Victory Hub, so we'll be discussing a lot of stuff about Victory and Nicholas Vergos as well. So welcome to the stream.
That is the admin of Victory Hub over there. Well, one of the admins, George Zagudas. Make sure you check out the page Victory Hub on Instagram. If you're interested at all in Melbourne Victory, they've got quite a big following, much bigger than us here at Thrillers Global. So if you are interested in the A-League or Melbourne Victory, anything like that, make sure you check him out. Thank you for joining us again today, George. We're going to start with the 3-0 win in the Supercup. It was a 3-0 win. Obviously, 0-0 going into extra time. Probably not our best performance, actually, in terms of in the way we played, especially during the main the first 90 minutes. But we really turned the screw and turned it up in extra time. Galigeropoulos came in into the game just before the end of regular time, and he came on, won the penalty that Taremi put away in the 96th minute, and he also got a goal for himself in the 107th minute. Deservedly getting the man of the match was Alexis Galigeropoulos, so well done to him. And Yazici sealing the deal with 3-0 in the 113th minute, giving Olympiacos our first Super Cup in a long, long time. It's the first Super Cup Greece has held in a long, long time. Away in Kiriti, obviously we played in Crete. It was great to see fans on both sides of the stadium, George, and good to see that sort of derby sort of feeling atmosphere where you had one side Olympiacos fan, one side Offi fans. The crowd was going mental like they were in the Greek Cup final last year. How did you find the game, Georgie?
Yeah, it was good, especially in the first half and the second half as well. It was a very tight game as well, so it wasn't easy for us, especially being in Crete as well. So both teams went at it, especially us as well. But I thought, we, deserved the 3 goals we did. We created a lot of chances. From one owner, I think we created like more than 25 shots.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, no, we had
24 shots all up.
24 shots. So I was close enough. So no, it was a good game. It was a very tense game, especially in the first half. As I said, both teams went at it. It was, Taremi with the penalty as well. Bit of controversial if that was a penalty as well. A lot of controversial.
Yeah.
If it was a penalty, but look, we take it. And Kagaopoulos scoring as well, and also Yesici, if that's how you say it. Scoring. He's on the score sheet as well. Now we scored mostly in extra time as well. We did take the game to extra time, being 0-0 as a full time score. So that was a very tense battle. Good to get another cup. Good to get another title in our club board.
Yep. Again, another standout performance from Muzakitis. Zolakis had a pretty decent game too. There's some really good performers all across the board. So yeah, it was really good. Panagiotis, Retsos, Rodrine all played their part. Ortega. The front three struggled a little bit, especially in the final third. We've been struggling a little bit without El Kabi the last few weeks. Martins, Bodens, Chiquinho just couldn't really get going in terms of having that finishing product. But yeah, it all turned when we got a little bit of joy off the air and with a bit more presence with Galigeropoulos coming in and creating a bit of havoc in the box. So it was really good from him, and that was sort of what we needed in that time of the game. So well done to him. He's been playing really good recently. And yeah, just to go off the game, as I just mentioned, I think, Georgie, we've been struggling a little bit in the attack the last few weeks. We'll go into some of the previous results, but we've been struggling a little bit without Ayoub Belkabi, who's currently away in the AFCON for Morocco, who has scored some absolutely unbelievable goals. He has 3 goals to date, 2 bicycle kicks of those 3 goals. His first bicycle especially was just absolutely ridiculous. Tell us a little bit about Al-Kabi in the AFCON at the moment, George. I know you've seen the goals, and tell us a little bit about how we're struggling without him in the attack, because we're struggling to finish those.
Al-Kabi, I reckon Al-Kabi, if I had to say who is like the best player in the AFCON so far, I'd probably say Al-Kabi. I know, there's other players in the AFCON, but I think he scored like 3 bicycle kicks.
Mm.
I think like 3 or 2. Is it 3 or 2?
Yeah, two. Yeah. 2 bicycle kicks.
Just ridiculous. Like, it just shows that Olympiacos God needs a striker like him back again, because we are struggling to get a lot of goals without Alkabi. But he's just incredible. Like, if you think about it, like, if you watch an AFCON game, like I've seen a few games throughout the the AFCON period, and you think about it, like, Alkabi is an Olympiacos player. Like, he can do this for our club as well, and he's shown in the national stage. And you think about it, like, he's our player, and he can do it, in the Greek league as well. And he's done it like in one of the games in the Super League as well, where he scored a bicycle kick.
Yeah, he scored. I think he scored 2 bicycle kicks this year in Greece, and he scored before. Obviously, if you remember that one against Maccabi.
A player that you can live upon. He's a great player, and as I said, he's one of my favorite players.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great point that you mentioned. He's been doing it for Olympiacos for a while. Obviously, remember that famous bicycle he scored against Maccabi. He scored many more. I think he's got like 7 or something bicycle kicks in his career since joining Olympiacos, along with this AFCON. So something ridiculous. They're ridiculous numbers, and it's a really good point that you said that if they didn't know Alkabi before the AFCON, everyone knows him now. They had the drone shows with Alkabi's bicycle kick in Morocco, which looked really cool. I don't know if you saw that, George. But yeah, it looked really good.
Game. I think it wasn't it the
first game of the group. He came off the bench and scored that. So he's been incredible. He's been incredible. As you mentioned, if the world didn't know him before, they definitely know him now, and it's good to see he's finally getting that recognition, because he's a top striker. Let's not forget he was a top goal scorer in the Conference League 2 years ago when he only played in the knockouts. He was the equal top goal scorer in the Europa League last season when he only played in the groups plus one other game. And this year he's been scoring the Champions League, maybe struggling a little bit with a few missed chances, but it's good to see that the world is finally get to know him and finally getting to appreciate him. And although this has been probably his worst season with Olympiacos, he's still putting up ridiculous numbers. So yeah, he's been incredible. And yeah, we can't wait to have him back, because we'll go back to that topic, George. We have been struggling a little bit in attack without him ever since he has gone.
Exactly. And like, Olympiacos needs a striker like him. And look, I know, we've got Yamacek, who can play in Alkabi's role.
Yeah, Yamachuk,
Yamachuk, if that's how you say it. Yamachuk. But the difference between Yamachuk and like Alkabi, it's 2 different players. So I know Yamachuk has scored a few goals for us, but we are missing Alkabi. And look, the quicker the AFCON can finish, the better it is. So personally, I haven't been really watching it, but I've seen highlights there and there. But yeah,
you talk about the AFCON, yeah?
Yeah, the AFCON,
Yeah, same as me. Yeah, so that's it. Hopefully, good luck to Alkabi, who I think they're playing Cameroon in the quarters, or I think it's the quarters of the AFCON. So good luck to him. Hopefully, he can bring back that title. If he gets knocked out, even better for us, as he'll be coming back earlier. But no, we do want him to do well. So good luck to Alkabi in the AFCON. Moving on, George, I just want to quickly recap. It's obviously been a while. We've been a little bit busy the last few weeks with Christmas, New Year, the holiday season here in Australia. It's summertime, so everyone's been gone on their holidays. I know I was away in Adelaide for a little bit. George, have you been doing much over the holiday break?
Yeah, no, just obviously just been going up down to the peninsula as well, having a bit of a break with the family and stuff. So I know it's been very staunching hot weather down here in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Reached up to 45 yesterday. Tomorrow's going to be 44. So no, it's just been chilling like near the pool, going up to the Dramana and Rye. Before the work begins again. So enjoying the holidays and stuff. And we're back into it again in the new year. And it's been a crazy year so far.
Very nice. Yeah, it's that time of the year for us. It's just relaxing times. We've been a bit slack in terms of the podcast, but we are back now. So we are going to recover those few results that we have missed out on. The last podcast we did was when we beat Garat Atmati 1-0 away in Astana, keeping our Champions League hopes alive. We still need 2 from 2 wins to make it through to the next stage. So 2 wins needed against Leverkusen and Ajax. We'll touch on that in just a bit. We had a 0-0 draw against Aris in Thessaloniki. A lot of missed chances, but Zolakis with a few good saves as well. Bit of a boring draw, but yeah, that's kind of the story that it's sort of been without Sorry, Alcabi did play that game, but moving on to the next result in the league was against Kipisiao 1-1. We did struggle in that game to finish our chances without Alcabi. That was a bit of a disappointing match. 2 draws in a row in the league, which has been a little bit frustrating. Pegged us back. We're now second on the ladder behind Ike. So not in that first place anymore, which is a little bit frustrating. We're going to have to work hard in the new year. There's going to be a lot of fixtures coming up in this festive period. So making sure that we capitalise on those. And we had a 6-0 win thumping against Irakli. Goal scorers, Yazici Kalogiaropoulos, again, who's just been absolutely incredible over the last month and a bit. Rodinei Chiquinho, Yanam Chukretsos. And against Kipisia, our goal scorer was starting with the penalty, and we mentioned the goal scorers for the Super Cup, where we won 3-0 against Ofi Kriti. George, what do you make of the last month? Obviously, a smacking against Irakli, where we beat them 6-0. We obviously beat Ofi the other day in the Super Cup, but 2 disappointing results in the league against Addis and Kipisia. 2 draws have pegged us back. 4 points dropped, and Ike have overtaken us in the league. How do you see that playing out?
Look, the last from December to June, obviously now. I think we've only won 2 league games, or 2 league games we've actually won. Actually, we beat Orphy, and then we beat we beat Orphy, which was 3-0, and then I think we beat actually, you know what? We only won 1 win out of from December.
Yep.
In the league game, we drew to Addis away.
Yep.
And then we drew to Gilvisar, which is a terrible result, especially where they're on the league where they're on the table. And obviously, we won 5-2 against Syros, which is obviously the Great Cup. So the league we haven't been doing well. I feel like there needs to be improvement, obviously, in the new year. We have been dropping points where we shouldn't be dropping points. And where the league tables, Ake has just jumped over us by 1 point.
Yep, definitely. And obviously, we know that most likely, if we do finish first, we will be going straight to the Champions League again, the way the coefficients are working this year. And it would be a massive loss if we finish second. We have to qualify rather than just making it straight through to the Champions League. That'd be a big downfall, wouldn't it, George? We've got a comment as well. Yasu, here we go. Yasu Boidas. Yasu Trakis. Is that one of your mates? He's got the Pendlebury logo. Do you know him?
I think it's my mate Petros. So welcome, Petros. Welcome to the stream.
Trakis, how are you, mate? Petro, welcome. Big Scott Pendlebury making an appearance on the Olympiaco podcast. Love to see it.
As you may know, we'll be talking about obviously, after the Olympiaco, comments and stuff, and all the discussion with Olympiaco. We'll be talking about obviously the Australian A-League as well in the new segment as well, about how the Greek players in the A-League are going, especially with Virgos and Pantazopoulos for the Wanderers. So we'll be talking that in a little segment as well, and we'll definitely reveal. So leave your comments as well on the stream as well, and we'll definitely get to everyone's comments soon.
Yep. So just to recap that, obviously been a disappointing month and a bit in the league. We have dropped to second. We're going to look to overtake Ike again. And just looking at our upcoming fixtures, just quickly before we as we end with the football, we've got Atromitos this Sunday, 4:30 a.m. Melbourne time, away from home. Then we have Falk in the Cup next week in the quarters. Then we have Asteras away in the league again, which is on the 18th, and then on the 21st we've got Leverkusen in the Champions League, so we'll cover that and get into more detail about the Champions League and everything coming up. That's our next few fixtures, our next 4. Georgie, how do you see us going against Atromitos this Sunday as we end the footballing part of today's
Need to win. Need to win. We should be favourites to win that game, especially I think they're like, what are they like?
Thank you, Petros, mate. Glad to have you here as well.
Close to the end of the table, so we should be winning. I know it's an away game, but no, we should be winning that game. So we need to get back on track, and and Bulk could be another massive game, especially at Karaskaki as well. So, so that's another massive game. Atreas Tripoli should be winning that, and then finishing off with Leverkusen in the Champions League and Volos as well. So, it's a big month ahead.
That's it, George. And just before we go into this new segment, we're going to quickly talk a little bit about some of the Greek performers around the world. We're just going to talk about the EuroLeague quickly. I'm just going to run through some results. Disappointing loss to Fenerbahce yesterday, 88-80 away from home in the EuroLeague. We beat Addis in the Greek League, 95-84. We beat Panathinaikos in the EuroLeague, 87-82. That's 10 wins in a row in the basketball against Panathinaikos, which is a ridiculous number. So Bartokos has got Adaman's number at the moment. And looking at the EuroLeague again, 97-94 win against Bologna, 100-86 against Colossos in the Greek League, 107-84 win in the EuroLeague against Lyon. We lost to Valencia in the EuroLeague 99-92 at home, which was a very disappointing loss. We beat Betty Steady 105-62 in the Greek League. We lost to Barcelona 98-85 in the EuroLeague. We beat Ike 100-93 in the Greek League. And the last one we recovered, we lost to Seven Zvezda 91-80 in the EuroLeague, and that leaves us first in the Greek League with 24 points, one ahead of Panathinaikos, who is on 23 points. And we have dropped to 8th in the EuroLeague, which has been very disappointing. We've had a very, very, very bad last month in the EuroLeague. I think we've lost 5 of our last 7, which has been really, really poor in the EuroLeague. And yeah, that leaves us 8th, where we're just scrambling to make the playoffs at the moment. Yeah, we're going to turn it around. George, how do you see the EuroLeague playing out from here? Obviously,
personally, I haven't been really.
Oh, hey, one sec. Fortis Fitness, our boy.
Welcome.
One of the main kept sponsors of 2026. We love Big Theo and the crew at the Fortis Fitness. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Yeah, sorry,
welcome.
You go on.
Look, I haven't really, been following the EuroLeague much, personally. There has been some segments where watch the highlights, but as you said, we haven't been doing well. So I got to get into it as well for a little bit. So yeah, I haven't really been paying attention much.
Nice. Well, we'll have to bring Yanni on. He's the expert of the EuroLeague to chat with us. But yeah, disappointing last month. Hopefully we can turn it around. Now going in, George, you want to make a little special announcement, something a little bit different, something a little bit interesting.
Yeah. So I know it's a Libya Core podcast, but I've been joined by Liam to discuss this today. Bit of what's happening around the Australian League as well, how every club's going, and bit of the obviously main topic is obviously Victory and all the Greek players that play in the A League as well. So we'll start ahead of the Greek players, how they're going. Nikos Vergos back on striking form, Liam. He hasn't been scoring the last earlier in the season. Was on a goal drought, and now he's started scoring for mostly every week now. And he scored a
big hat trick the other week.
Yeah, he scored a hat trick against the Phoenix, and then scored a goal, against Adelaide the week before. And he's been getting to the goal poaching now, and he's been very good. And it's a very big step up ahead and redemption for Vergos. How are you seeing it, Liam?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see a former Olympiacos player. Obviously, Vergos came through the academy at Olympiacos, went to the Real Madrid academy, as we all know. But it's good to see him pumping in the Greek league, seeing Greek players perform in Australia, especially where we live. It's good to see, and obviously a former Olympiacos player. He also, as a former player of Atromitos, he actually came from Atromitos, who were versing this week. And yeah, it's good to see Greek players who come down from the Greek league coming to our home country, obviously Australia. We get to witness them live, and he's been in great form, scored a hat trick the other week. Some absolutely beautiful finishes, well taken hat trick, and obviously he scored the brace against Adelaide, which was really good. And yeah, it's just good to see a former Olympiacos and Greek striker doing well in the A League at the moment, George.
Yeah, no, he's been very well. I've been very impressed. Every week I see him, and he's just in a very goal drought. And he's there when when the attackers, when the wingers get the ball to him, where he's going to score. Yep. So he's been doing well. And also I want to do another big mention, obviously, another Greek player that does play in the A League as well, Pantazopoulos. I know he didn't play for Olympiacos, but it's another Greek player representing Australia. Obviously came from the local NPL, was at Cannons, and then, moved over to Western Sydney. So, Western Sydney haven't been doing well this season. Results haven't been going their way, bit of a strife at the moment, obviously, with the management and stuff like that. But, Pantazopoulos is always there as a centre-back and, helping his team to get over the line. But it's a big shout-out to him as well. Another Greek player representing, our Australian shores. So it's a bigger year ahead for, all the Greek players that play here.
That's it, George. That's it. Well said. And obviously, with what we see in the Premier League at the moment, there's a lot of business sort of factor in the Premier League, and you see all these coaches getting sacked, politics behind the scenes, all this and that. I'm not saying it doesn't exist in places like the Greek League and the A League. Obviously, the Greek League's terrible for that, but I think one thing that really separates these leagues, like the A League and even the Greek League, and these I'd say smaller sort of leagues to your main ones like the Premier League is the passion that the fans have and the connection they have to the club. And obviously, sometimes in the A League, we've seen it with Wanderers, they probably don't not so much have that connection with the club, but there's more of that sort of connection, that feeling within from fans
Yeah.
to the club to players and everything like that in these leagues. And I think it's really refreshing to see when you see so much politics and things being thrown around the Premier League, all these managers getting sacked because of arguments with the owners, all this and
Yeah.
that. It's good to see that passion and there's a proper connection between all parties within a football club. And I think it's really important to get around these, these leagues like the A League and the Greek League and just support it because there's just way more passion than these main leagues. What do you think about it, George?
I can go all night about it. Well, the difference between the Premier League and the A League right now. But right now at this stage of time, I think you should be watching the A League, especially with the goals that have been scored in the A
Greek League.
Oh, look, and the Greek League too. Bit of both. Then more excitement than watching the Premier League at the moment, where one team plays another team. Who's expected to win. You get an example: Arsenal playing Burnley. You expect Arsenal to smash Burnley, right? Where in the A League, it's always very tight. You could get a Newcastle playing a Macarthur. You don't know who's going to win, especially when they're on the ladder. Someone could be 12th on the ladder and they could beat first, especially so it is a very, very different league that we have here, but everyone should be supporting it. It's in our local backyard. So even if you're a Olympiacos fan, go support Virgos. If you're in Melbourne, or especially if you want to follow the Greek players in Sydney, go to Western Sydney and support Panthers. So everyone should be getting around the A League so far, and support the locals, especially going the NPL as well. We need this league to grow here in this country.
That's it. What we'll do is actually, before we close up as well today, George, Portis, Petros, anyone else who's in, we've got 6 viewers across all platforms at the moment. Drop some questions for Zagudis or myself. We'll answer some questions. I think Haditidis has just joined on the Kef account. He said, when is Kef returning, George?
When is Kef returning? From what I know, I think it's in 2 weeks. Is that right, Liam? 2 weeks?
I think so. Yep, most likely in 2 weeks. So stay tuned for that. And also, actually, now that we've done that, our co-host Christos on the podcast, make sure you tune into his charity match, a charity match official.
Yeah, exactly.
That's taking place on the 18th of January. I'll be playing in that.
Yeah, make sure you tune into that.
In Sydney, they've got the Optus Sport commentating. Got some big names. Just go check out. I've got some big celebrities this year. Some celebrities with over millions of followers. So make sure you check that out. It's going to be an exciting event. It's going to be a good one to be a part of. So yeah, shout out to that. Make sure you donate as well to the Paradise for Kids, which is the main cause of the charity match, where all proceeds and all donations are going to the to Paradise for Kids, where they feed, clothe, and educate children all across Sierra Leone. And Father Femi doing some great work down there. So yeah, make sure you donate, check that one out and help them out. And yeah, Georgie, anything else that we haven't covered today?
No, before we finish the segment, obviously, the A-League talk before we go into whatever you have in mind. I've got a lot of questions, obviously, on the Victory Hub page about spectacle signing of Victory's new striker, Japanese. Look, from what I know, he's coming from J League 3. He did train this morning, and I think the name that I've got is called Charles Neduka, who's going to be the new signing for Victory as the Japanese striker. From what I know, he's 29 appearances, 7 goals and 5 assists. So I think Victory do need a backup striker. So if anyone that answers your question, because I have been getting a lot of questions on the page, like who's going to be the striker of Victory. So everyone now, you know who it is now. He did train with the club this morning, from what I know. So yeah, pretty much it.
Well, there you go. If you're looking for some Melbourne Victory Insight on the Olympiacos podcast. You definitely found it. Big name, big leak there by the Victory Hub admin, George. So thank you for that. And someone to back up Vertigos. He needs a bit of help. So hopefully it can be someone that can back him up, the former Olympiacos striker. Let's see how that goes. We'll be keeping an eye and discussing that as it plays out. So thank you for your insight on that, George.
No worries. Keep it up on the socials as well. If you're a Victory and Olympiacos fan, keep on Victory Hub. We'll definitely be posting. Get around to match day, Saturday, 5 p.m. Victory take on the Wanderers at Amy Park. Get your tickets now. It will be on the stories of the Victory Hub as well. I mean, Liam definitely will be going as well. So definitely catch Liam at the game as well. And definitely catch me as well. So, yeah. So Victory Saturday, 5 p.m. So, yeah.
Thank you, George. Well, thank you for the insight. Something a little bit different on today's podcast. And just to end it, George, we're going to ask you a question. Obviously, we saw Olympiacos win their first title of the year. How many trophies for Olympiacos in 2026?
Great Cup, yes. We'll win the
Sorry,
Great
what
Cup.
did you say?
The Great Cup.
Yep.
We'll win the Great Cup.
Yep.
I think we'll go all the way. Super League, bit 50-50 on that one. I think AEK will be up there, and same as Bulk. I think it'll be a free horse race between us. Yeah. So I think Great Cup. I'm hoping there's 2 trophies this year.
2 trophies?
Yeah.
Plus, so you don't think we're going to win the Super League? You think it's going to be a tight one?
I think we're going to win the Super League and the Great Cup.
Okay.
Anything else? I think that's the only cups we're in.
Yeah.
The Champions League
as well.
Yeah, I highly doubt we're going to win.
Zorge Kagudas. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Why is he spamming Mamas Agudas, Zorge Kagudas?
Who knows?
Anyway, thank you for that, Haditivi. What's it called? Yeah, I think we're gonna do the double again this year. I think we'll win the Great Cup. I think we'll win the Super League. I think in the end we're going to be too strong for teams like AEK and Park with our squad depth. But saying that, they've got good youngsters as well, like Carlos Camis from AEK and Panathinaikos. Bakasetta's finally found form. They've been playing well. Swideski's been scoring. So, and for PAOK, I shouldn't have been mentioning Panathinaikos. They're not even in the title race. But for PAOK, Yakumakis has been scoring. Kostandelias is back. So they're looking good as well. So it's going to be a good race to the Greek title and for the Greek Cup that we're looking forward to. So yeah, we'll hopefully win all or both win the double and hopefully end the year with 3 trophies. But we'll see. And you never know, George. Champions League as well. I'm just kidding.
Now you look. Everyone wants to win the Champions League, especially us. But I think we all dream about that. But who knows? But look, it's keen for Saturday. Yes, me and Lee are keen for Saturday. That should be good. Thanks.
It's going to be good.
Should be good.
Petro, what team does Petro support in the Greek League? We need to know that. We know he's a big Victory fan, but what does he support in the Greek League?
I don't know. Who is?
This could be a Taki moment when you go Adeya.
I think it's Olympiacos.
Let's have a look. Let's see if he comes back with us for saying. We want to see what team he supports in the Greek League.
He's an Olympiacos fan. Otherwise, maybe AEK.
Just really, George, do you see Olympiacos qualifying to the next stage of the Champions League? 2 wins needed, one against Leverkusen and one against Ajax.
I think Leverkusen will be the game we need to win. We've been struggling in the Champions League, so I think it'll be him.
There he is. Bravo, Petro. Olympiacos. All the way he goes. That's that. We love to see it. Welcome to the podcast, mate. We hope to see you on it a bit more. Maybe we'll get him on one day to talk to us a bit about Victory and Olympiacos, George, as well. You can talk to us about Vertigos next time.
Get him in.
If he has a big performance this Saturday, Vertigos, we'll be talking about him. We might just do a separate Nikos Vertigos podcast.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for joining, Petro.
Thanks for joining.
Anything else, George? Or I think we might end it there. Or is there anything else you want to cover?
I think we've gone through, obviously, the Olympiacos segment of how we need to go.
Thank you, Petro.
And
Happy New Year as well, Petro, mate.
We'll,
Yeah, sorry, yeah, go on, George.
We'll see how everything goes. I think we've covered through a little bit of a segment, and yeah, hopefully this year will bring a great of the podcast as well. We have definitely a lot of people joining in as well. CJ will come in, Christos will come in, so it's a big year of the podcast. So I'll be definitely joining in as well. So I'll be definitely getting an invite from Liam as well, talking about a bit of the segment about Australian League as well, how Vergos is going as well, a bit of a new segment of the show. So yeah, thank you so much for letting me join this show.
Thank you everyone for joining. We had over 15 people join us live today, which is not bad numbers for 4:30 p.m. or 4 o'clock in the middle of January. So not too bad, and I'm sure many will watch it later on. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for the support in 2025. It was another great year. We had our biggest numbers, and hopefully 2026 is a big year for the Thrillos Global family. And from the CEO, CJ, he wanted me to say a big thank you to everyone. So thank you. And I'm Olympiakara, and we wish everyone a happy 2026, and hopefully it's a good year for Olympiakor as well. George, thank you for joining us today, and we'll be back in the next few days to cover the Atromitos game.
Beautiful.
Thank you, everyone. Good to be back. Have a good one.
See you guys.